Bystanders at Newsstand on Fliptv. Michael still keeping it right here with you at Ogba Newsstands. It's a raining day today. I pray it brings blessings to us. All right. Still your online Super Review program. That's number one in the world. Being dished out by Fliptv. We are here with the reviewers. They are ready to do justice to what we have on the front pages of these journals. We have the Daily Sun and the Vanguard newspaper. I think we are good to go with these two journals. Quickly to the major headline here. Equity Group fights Asari over Biafra. That's a follow-up story on the program we did yesterday. Equity Group fights Asari over Biafra. Says ex-agitator can't speak for zone. Food prices, goods soar as inflation bites other. Food prices, goods soar as inflation bites other. Quickly to other stories on the front page of Daily Sun. My government capable of halting banditry insurgency, says the president Muhammadu Buhari. To another story, Afenifere leadership. Fasanoti steps down. Adebanjo steps in. EU writes Okonjo Iweala's WTO kicks against CBN's ban of forex on milk import. We are encouraging local production, says Emefiele, and we have PDP set to decide on zoning as Mohammed committee submits report today. EFCC gives bankers till June to declare assets, says cybercrimes chasing away investors. Let's move to the Vanguard newspaper. We have vital stories here too. Wakili, his two sons face murder, kidnapping, conspiracy charges. Wakili, that's the kingpin in Oyo State. His two sons face murder, kidnapping, conspiracy charges. Court remands him in prison custody. Youths raise others settlement in Shaki over farmer's death. On to the next one. On top of the paper, military base school. The last story we're reading out to you viewers, we have Fasanoti cites old age, steps down, hands over to Ade Banjo. Of course, you know our reviewers are always here to speak, to analyze what we have on diverse journals, especially the trending ones. Good morning.
Morning, sir.
How are you doing?
Very fine, sir.
Welcome once again.
Thank you, sir.
All right, we have Wakili sons facing murder, kidnapping, conspiracy charges. Court remands him in prison custody. I think the government is doing something, tangible, something that is making sense to make sure this man is brought to book.
That's not the problem yet. The problem is the northern government should go and they should go inward. There is a problem inward. They want to use this to distract the people. Even if this man they arrested, there are more people being kidnapped day in and out. The northern government should go in. They know where the problem is. They know the bank. They know the kidnappers. Take for example, if they kidnap any of the northern government, their children or their relatives, the tone will change because they are kidnapping the masses. That's why they are doing it anyhow. Let them begin to kidnap their children. Let them begin to kidnap their wife. You will see that there will be changes. They will wake up from their slumber. From what is on ground is that the northern government they are not telling themselves the truth. The thing is gradually coming. By the time they stop kidnapping the masses, they will stop kidnapping them.
Away from that, my government is capable of halting banditry, insurgency, says the president. People don't really, take the president by his words again. Come today and say, kill anybody or shoot anybody carrying AK-47. It will stop insurgency. Kidnapping will end. This, that. Now, what's your take on this statement taken?
Since 2015, the government of APC has been telling lies upon lies. I will give you education. We will give you electricity. We will give you everything. They are all lies. Mention one thing that we can hold the APC government and say this is what they have done. There's nothing they have done. The same corruption they are shouting is selected people. If you don't belong to the Akaba, they will expose you that you are corrupt. This government is the most corrupt government since the inception of Nigerian government. And they say they are fighting corruption. They keep on borrowing, keep on looting, keep on saying all different kind of things. And that is the root and the problem that resulted into more kidnapping, more what is happening in our society today. That is what is resulting into it. And the government should come out. What I expect the government to have been telling us now. This is our 5th year. This is what we have done. This is what we are here to do. In the food, everything, inflation, everything is biting hard on people. If on Monday, Chigozie said he has resigned from what he is doing, that he can no longer bear the burden again, that the thing is biting on him. The Nigeria I see, there is hunger in the land. There is hunger in the land. Until the northern government comes out and says the truth, the kidnapping will keep on increasing day in and out. And that is my take. Go to Zamfara, go to Sokoto, go to Bauchi, go to Borno, go to Kebbi, go to Kaduna, go to all the states in the northern part. There is trouble, there is no peace. And check the people that they are kidnapping. We've never heard that they kidnap the children of the governor or they kidnap the mayor or commissioner. No. Very soon they are coming close to them. If they fail to do their number one responsibility, that is going to affect them. The president is even making things not difficult, more difficult. Making things complex. He's not coming out. Number one, the president, is supposed to have to make media chats, to address the Nigerian citizen. You understand? To tell people, to calm people's nerves. If you look at the vice president on Saturday or Sunday when he went to Imo State, he was telling the people of Imo State that we are being summoned by challenges that hopefully that they are going to overcome it. But the case is the reverse. Our president is just not saying anything. He's not having media chats. He's not talking anything. He will just come out with one statement: shoot any kidnapper, do whatever. That is not helping issues. One of the basic responsibility of a president is to bring peace. Is the father of Nigeria. Is to bring peace to Nigeria. Tell people that things are going to be okay. This is what this administration is doing. This is what they want to do. This is what they want to put in place. But this government is not doing anything. Rather, the minister, the minister of information will come up with his own. The minister of agriculture will come up with his own. There is confusion. There is all the ministers are having anarchy. They are just saying their own. There is no clear direction. How this government is taking us to. And now begin to look at the agitation of the Biafra. The agitation of the Biafra may come to pass.
Is it only Biafra that is agitating? I think we have Yorubas too agitating for.
The Yorubas are not. They've not waken up from their slumber. They've not waken up from their slumber. They are still looking at issues. They are still weighing issues. But if you look at out of 100% of the Igbos, 75% of them are saying they want to go. But the remaining 25% are but until the day those people that have investment in Nigeria say they want to go, you understand, they want to go, Biafra will become a total reality. So that's my take, sir.
Thank you so much for your contribution. I really appreciate you for coming. All right, we have Sunday AJ. Now, looking at what we discussed yesterday on Asarido football, forming a new group, the new Biafra group. We have Ikwere group fighting over this issue. Who are the Ikwerians?
Okay, Mr. Mike, thank you for having me. Matthew is the name once more. You see, the Kwere people are predominantly Igbo-speaking people.
Okay.
And if you look at even the governor of the state currently, I mean the Wike is an Ikwere man. If you go to Obibo, is another speaking area, is another Igbo-speaking area in that state. The truth is that Rivers State is majorly an Igbo state. Yes. But the problem is that over the years, because of political events and because the way Nigeria has been managed over the years, so many people have lost their identity as a result of history being handed over to them by their fathers and forefathers and some other persons out of personal decision do not subscribe to where originally they hail from. But the truth is that Ikwere, Obibo, and most parts of Rivers State, they are Igbo in part of this country, and they have their origin from the Igbo part of the country. Then personally, what is happening is not unexpected. I know that there are bound to be reactions from different quarters regarding the position of Asari Dukobo. Because if you look at the ideology of Wike himself, if you look at the accusation that has been raised against Wike, especially after the NSAS issue, where he has been accused of killing the Igbos in Obibo in collaboration with the federal government. The Wike on his own part tried to justify his action, claiming that there was serious human treatment and killing of Nigerian security personnel. But looking at the issue on ground, Asari Dukobo forming a customary government and the reaction that is trailing it. Like I told you, I said it's not unexpected. But I think what is more important is for people to come together, because whether we like it or not, by the time people are agitating for Biafra, it is going to put pressure on the government to do the needful. Because the best way to press out, IPOP is already a pressure group in this country. Whether we like it or not, the government is not comfortable when they see Nnamdi Kanu speak. So that in itself is making sure it's putting government on its toe. So what I'm saying is that whether people in Ikwere, whether people in Obibo or in any other part of the country, what is important is come together as a people. Let's have a let them come together. Let them have a unity of purpose. Because by the time the Ikwere are speaking in another dimension, the people in Obibo are speaking in another dimension, the people in the Delta State are speaking in another dimension, you are fragmenting the struggle. And according to what Jesus Christ says, he said, can a kingdom divided against itself stand? So if you bring it to the current reality, it is going to reduce the strength of the struggle.
Now, there are fears out there that this actualized. Look at the way things are going right now. You don't even understand Mazin and the this issue. Now, is it that Asari Dokubo is so superior to make himself a leader to create a new group for the IPOB or the Igbo to follow him?
Okay. Mr. Mike, if you look at the way this struggle is, if Jesus tarries and the world continue to exist, certainly it will come to a point where Biafra will achieve. It doesn't matter anybody's opinion. But the issue is, if you look at Asari Dukobo, he is a force to be reckoned with when it comes to South. But at a point, he lost that strength because he seemed to have compromised. He is no longer in that struggle when it comes to emancipation of Nigeria better. The person that would have even speak and people will listen, though it's not always in the public domain. I'm talking of Tompolo. But be that as it is, and where any area where you see that such vacuum is created, once you come up to assume that responsibility is leading the struggle. So when Osayidukobo come out to speak, people are bound to express divergent view. Some people want to support him, some people go against him. But what I'm speaking, what I'm trying to say is, because personally I'm from that region. What I'm trying to say is that there is no need fragmenting the struggle. Even if you are advancing the opinion that Nigeria should remain as one, even if you are supporting Biafra, what is important is let us come together as a group. I've said it here on this platform that there is a UN charter that is about self-determination. So even the federal government of Nigeria do not have a right to hand you, to intimidate you, to coerce you, to force you to drop agitation. What we hope on the government to do is to do it within the ambit of the law. If the government is canvassing a different opinion, because this idea of Nigerian government, each time they see anybody talking about self-determination, the next thing they do is to start intimidating, hounding, arresting and detaining. You don't see that happen in a civilized society. We all saw the trajectory that followed Brexit to the point where it was consummated. And that is what we expect to see in this part of the world, because this is a 21st century. This brute force is no longer have a place in a democratic setting.
Now, pull it to another story here. Food prices soar as inflation bites harder. Right now, we have a rise, increase on 17.33%. What does this signify? How do we get out of this mess?
Mr. Mike, you ask me, the government is architect of this negative economic trend in the country. Why do I say so? By the time you shut down border deliberately, you create artificial scarcity. We all know that demand and supply is a natural force that determines price in every economy. It's a natural phenomenon. But by the time you that has the power to control the movement of goods and services into the country, shut down the border deliberately, certainly you are creating artificial scarcity. Let me remind you something, Mr. Mike. The current DG of World Trade Organization is in Nigeria for a 1 week working visit. And she said something that the European countries have written to her office about Nigerian government attitude when it comes to milk. The Nigerian government have shut down its border against people who bring milk into Nigeria, importation of milk into Nigeria. And she was trying to acknowledge Nigerian government on the right approach, because most of the policy you take, most of the decision you make is harming our own economy. And a situation where you are already a signatory to a bilateral relationship with other countries, you now come to, can Nigeria fight them? Then why should Nigeria government go and bring up a policy that is even against bilateral agreement? Because if you look at it, Nigeria is already a member of World Trade Organization. That best explain the reason and Okonjo-Iweala, nominated by the Nigerian government, who have that position. Now, how can Nigerian, and just citing this as an instance, we have many of such instances. We have seen in this world how Nigerian government shut its border against ECOWAS member countries. And we have seen the impact on Nigerian business personnel who do business in Cotonou, who do business in Ghana and some other places. Because by the time you shut down your border and it's affecting the economy of your neighbor, who incidentally is a member of ECOWAS community, they will look for things again to do to fight back. What I'm trying to say is that the food prices and goods that are soaring in Nigeria, the government is the architect of it. If you want us to consume what we produce, what you need to do is encourage people to produce. There's nothing wrong about that. Leave the border so that the rice and other essential commodities will come in. You balance it. When you see that the production in the country is being threatened, you can shut the border a little bit. Not a situation where you close the border abruptly and you are seeing 100% increase in some goods and services. It's unacceptable. I think the government should go back to the drawing board and rescind most of these policies that is even giving up bad image in the international community.
All right, thank you so much, Mr.
Thank
Martin.
you.
so
Thank you for
much.
having me.
You're welcome, Chigozie. Good morning to you. How are you doing?
Well, good morning, Mr. Mike.
You're welcome once again.
It's a great day.
It's a great
We
day.
started with the blessing of rain.
Blessing of rain and this
Well, I don't think
you're trading words.
you actually misunderstood. You are heading for the cliff, and there is no two ways about it. Who do you think that will revive the Nigerian state? Is it the senators or the legislators who only decide the issues of governance, the legislative issues, the art of legislation, only merely on voice votes? You can see them most of the times at the plenary sleeping, dozing off. Only immediately they hear the eyes say yes, they will just echo yes. There is no any deductive reasoning. There is no any, objections or recommendations and reconsiderations of those things to know the impacts, economic impacts, the environmental impact of those policies that crop up, that was sponsored at the plenary. They just echo yes or nay, and that's have it. Nay, the yes have it. Is that how an institution is being run? And it's a population of over 250 million people. How do you think that we can sustain the sustainability of this government? Could continue on that basis? Only on the basis of if you agree, say yes, and say nay. So on this basis, you know that there is, of course, the art of legislation. What are the young people, young ones learning from the older ones? Those in the active legislation. You are not learning. All you are learning is say hi and say nay. And the next thing is Ghana must go, will exchange hands. So there is no concrete and deliberate attempt to build the people that will take over the nation, the posterity, the so-called the youths are the futures of the futures of of tomorrow. So what are they learning from the old ones, the older ones? Nothing. Only to say nay and to say hi. You see, that is why we have a rubber stamp Senate president, which is a product of deaf and dumb. And I told you that the vice president is already in coma. So with these things, and you are still clamoring one Nigeria, on what basis? You have no foundation. Your foundation has almost eroded. You see, you cannot longer gain people's trust. Our coexistence has been, the fabrics of coexistence have already been eaten up. So on what basis do you build a formidable state?
Now, Chigozie, do you see the emergence of Asari Dokubo as a threat to the actualization?
That means if the roads get better, we can go it again. So, Ejabale, Dokubo is my brother. I will not totally deny him because he's part of the Biafrans. So the fact that his past and antecedents might be somehow doubtful, but my people say you don't kill a warrior because of an error. Because in the days of battle, external battle, you will need that warrior. So Asari Dokubo is a warrior. You don't just exterminate him because of his past life. So what you do is to give him an opportunity to change, and he could become what I also belongs to. So on that basis, I think fire and to live out his or her dream. That is why we are building a formidable state where the rights of the people and the rights and opinion of everyone must count. So if Asari Dokubo at this time is turning a new leaf, we have to embrace him because he's my uncle, he's my brother, and he's a Biafran man. So there is no way we can reject him or exterminate him on the basis of his previous life or to support the way we feel about him. So if we at this point have understood the truth spoken by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu And you have seen there is no other way than the restoration of the Biafran state. You have seen that there is no hope for Nigeria. In Nigeria, we don't have hope because they said they made some very promises after which is constitutionally right, but the political will to execute it because of the internal hatred they have for the Biafrans. They said they will rebuild, reconstruct the region. Even the Gowam never did that. Our personal struggle and achievement, of course, which we are born to survive. Every Biafran is a warlord, determined.
Do you see Mazin Namdekan working with Asari Dokubo in fighting this cause?
Yes, I have made it clear. Asari Dokubo is just an individual. It's one head. Biafra constitutes about over 150 indigenes that makes up Biafra. Both those in diaspora and within Biafran land. So a man cannot decide for the entire people, the entirety of our people. So I'm sorry, but he's just an individual. So that's why I said if he wants to work at this time, we have got to give him that chance. So it's not about Nnamdi, it's about the populace, Biafran people. It's about the Biafran people. It's not just about the Igbo people. Every nationality that makes up the Biafran entity will be given the opportunity to strive, to be, of course, popular in their own domain. So if he decides to work, if he will not betray the cause of Biafra, he is welcome. He's our brother. He's a son. He's a Biafran son. So he cannot be thrown out. We can't give it to the Nigerian that will destroy him.
And if at the end of the day it becomes a saboteur?
Of course, in every 12, there must be a Judas. Even Jesus, during his time, as the Lord of laws, there is someone even among the caucus, the internal caucus, the governing council, as you may say at this time, of the church, betrayed him. Even so, not just betrayed him, he exchanged him for money. So you can understand the consequences of such betrayal. So there have not been any betrayal that went scot-free. So I think that should serve a deterrent to every other one, that it behoves on you not to, betray such confidence. Because if you do, you will face the consequences, sometimes which might be very grievous.
Okay, before you go, my government is capable of halting banditry, insurgency. That's what the president has said. I think why he's smiling.
You see, I don't take this man serious. And I don't believe he's the one saying it. Because this man is not existing. That is that cessation of physical correspondence. That is what we call dead. On the cessation, nothing is working. Invariably, the man is dead. And if he's alive, he has lost his sense of reasoning and judgment. You cannot be telling me during your time you protested against Jonathan for the adoption of Chibok girls, but under your watch, over 7 instances, occasions where young pupils, students were adopted under your time, and you have not done anything about that. We become more vulnerable at your time. We have become more divided. Look at the number of people losing their jobs. Somebody told me from this Wemco, one of the biggest factory that absorb people. They said they dismissed over 100, about 15,000 workers. You can see, added to those ones that already has lost their job. So how do you expect these people to cope under this harsh economic state? And there is no, of course, one of our big uncles told me that they are about to receive another, of course, COVID-19 palliative from the United States government. We have not even received one since the inception of the so-called pandemic. And how do you expect us to survive? If you can understand how painful the situation is. And of course, somebody demanded for my number and I placed it there, and he's still asking for Mr. Michael to do that. And which is not, I must commend everyone who is a lover of truth. We'll continue to say the truth as long as we have the opportunity. Thank you, Mr. Mike, for the good job.
All right, thank you so much. All right, Sunday.
Good morning.
Again, still Bystanders at Newsstand. How you doing?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
You can see. Looking cool.
The weather and Nigeria is frustrating. I swear.
How
This
is Nigeria
country
frustrating you?
in different area because nothing. If you don't see this as a rate of poverty in Nigeria, as part what is happening is affecting the masses. You don't know because nothing is working in every. Using ICM that we every masses are angry. What is happening? The same person that promised heaven and earth. He promised heaven and earth. Now things have become from good to worse. Nigeria is nowhere to be found again. Only what will come and the money. They are happy. Okonjo-Iweala is our sister. But what did Nigeria have to trade? I've been asking this question. We can't produce anything. This is a World Trade Organization. What are we? Do we have to trade? Fuel? We don't have. We are still buying fuel for another place. You understand? Our crude oil, government have eat it, keep it for their children. The mineral resources, we don't know where it is. This is a country that was blessed by anything existing in the surface of this earth. Nigeria have it. But where is it? I keep on asking this question. Where is our resources? Is our crude oil? Where is the gold? Mineral? The thing we have, where is it? You understand? They are selling this thing every day. But look at the country. Nothing. Light problem. Because if a country, when the government will just wake up one day, under Buhari have increased fuel. If I don't make mistake, either from last year, he will come out 10 naira, add 20 naira. After I want to add, he will add 20 naira. Another day, he will come out 10 naira. Look at where the fuel rate is now. But this is the president promise of 250. Anybody that is listening to this that can get to Buhari, let him see this video. That we, the masses, we are angry. This one is telling us, hey, my government is capable of hurting the bandit. Who are those bandits? They know them. Me and you, they cannot dwell in midst of us because they know accommodate them. But those people are accumulating in the north. The governor know them. Even though I know he's not the one talking, no, but the people speaking for him, they know those bandits. They know where they live. And they see that a man says something that those bandits is only when they want to show on TV, they cover their face. If you want to take any operation, they walk on the street and people know them. But those people, is it not here we wake up? We know that Sheke's mother exists. She talk, every Sheke, the leader of Boko Haram, his mother is still alive there. And he's moving in the midst of people. His mother say he's fighting a good fight because he desire to fight it. And this is a Boko Haram leader that will be shedding blood. You understand? So sometimes the country get me upset as if we should just put fire everybody. If you escape, you build Noah Ark. Because this one, if we continue like this, the generation that is coming, those generation of Yahoo, what do you think that they are going to bring out? Because the generation we have now is only Bed Naija. Go to Bed Naija shop, you see that there is frustration in the land. You no work, only what they can feed themselves is Bed Naija, Baba Ijebu, and Yahoo. These are we buy the money we won't collect because you can't meet me with gun. We will shoot ourselves. You understand? So there's something our government had to wake up because they are building a time bomb. By the time the time bomb explode, they should forget what happened. Only what the answer that time is only Lagos they affect most. If you look at it, it's only Lagos they affect most. This one, the time bomb by the time will explode, will affect all of them. Both their children will not escape because they have frustrated everything, nothing to work in this country.
All right,
you understand?
So thank you so much, Sunday. Authentic. All right, David. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. Mike Adekunle.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. And you?
Welcome once again.
Yeah.
All right, quickly to Asari Dokubo's story that is causing so much talks around. We have equally group fighting over Asari Dokubo's emergence as the newly formed emergence as the leader of the newly formed Biafra. Now, we have these people kicking against him. I think, based on what I saw here, 70 to 80 of Igbos are dominant of that region. Now, how can he, lead the people in a situation whereby you don't even have that authority to carry them along. That authority to command.
Good morning to our esteemed viewers all over the world. Mr. Mike Adekunle, I feel on this side now, on this page now, who is the face of Biafra struggle now? The person is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So now why? So where is Asari Dokubo coming into the picture now? This is not the time for him to come into the picture when Mazi has already did what ought to be done. Mazi on his own hand I think he has gone to the union underground to make sure that this Biafra struggle is what actualized. Now claim to be their leader when the people, if the people doesn't trust you, how well do you want to lead them? If these people does not give you this what leadership mantle for you to lead them, you don't just impose yourself as leader. People will what and pick who they want as their leader, and people have spoken so well that Mazi is their leader. I don't know why Asari Dokubo find it so hard to believe. This is a man that cannot be trusted. That's what I said yesterday. This is a man that declare Niger Data Avengers. All because he can see that now the stuff is no more gathering momentum. He wants to pitch tents with Mazi so that he can betray Mazi. Are you get what I'm saying? So I believe Asari Dokubo should go sit one place and let Mazi lead this struggle. Where was he when Mazi was being brutalized by Nigerian government? Where was he when people were calling for the head of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Where was he when so many persons were saying all this and that against Mazi? Asari Dokubo kept quiet. Now because he thinks now that the struggle wants to become what a reality now. Now he wants to jump into the tent and claim the glory. So I think I tell you, even from his own locality, Eche, they don't like Asari Dokubo. What has he done to people? He has money to himself. He's a greedy man. He has money to himself. No good road in his local government, Eche. No good hospital. And still he could. And then based on his own personality, government cannot provide everything now. How many roads has he built? How many hospitals has he provided? How many social amenities has he personally provided to his people? Mr. Mike Adekunle, you cannot lead if you cannot serve. Imagine as Asari Dokubo has always been a what autocratic leader. He does not he does not listen to people's advice. It is only his own advice. So now, in as much as you cannot welcome people's view. When I was in school, I met with Tom Polo. When I was in school, I met with Tom Polo. I see how kind, and then people were giving Tom Polo a warming welcome. But now, when I had to compare, I thought about the issue of Asari and Tom Polo. When I went for my what do you call it? No, yes sir. I went there. I just had to put out what personnel. Asari Dokubo, people speak more evil of him. People don't like him. You cannot lead people if they don't like you. I know. Just like what my mama said. He said he's broke. That's why he's looking for government.
He's an entertainer.
He is.
And quickly to the inflation that is biting harder on Nigerians. How can we get out of this mess?
Mr. Mike Adekunle, Nigeria is in a very sturdy state now. I tell you two things now. Our pastor said, you cannot shut your border with the neighboring countries. Now, and then again, the president is the one that plugged Nigeria into this. Nigeria claims to be running a capitalist system of capitalist economy. Now, you give license to you now monopolize the market. Now Dangote now controls everything. Now dictates price of things in the market. Now Dangote control price of sugar, control price of cement, control price of flour, all the flour, majorly everything, giving license for just 2% of people. Now and you want to have a robust economy, it is impossible, make Adekule. That is what monopoly. You cannot monopolize the what the economy now Dangote is now building refinery now. Same Dangote will now detect how much fuel who will be sold, and he claim to have, and he want to have a very robust economy. We are only deceiving ourselves. It is when until when license is being given to people, you give license to this man, give license to this man, so that what there will be competition.
So by then we have a viable economy.
We will have a viable economy, so that there will be competition in the economy, so that this man sells for what 2 kobo. I would think, okay, now let me opt for this one. There will be competition in the economy. You cannot monopolize the economy, and you want a robust economy. It is never done anywhere in the world. Buhari is just the one causing this issue. Mr. Mike Adekule, see, if you are there today, you can control the world economy of this country. It just sense himself based on this world economy has to be, and the government is not diversified means way of it.
Okay, all right, thank you so much. Authentic General.
Yeah, my guy.
How you doing?
Good morning.
What's popping?
Thank God.
Why are you biting? You say you want to talk.
Yeah, I want to talk because of what is happening in this country.
Wow.
You understand? If you look at what is happening in this country this time around, everybody is fed up. Nobody knows where to go again. Look at the food scarcity. Does it mean you don't have farmland or farm for this country? You could remember the First Republic and the Second Republic when Nigeria is greater than the dollar. Nigeria money, Naira is greater than dollar. The First Republic. There was nothing like oil then. But what happens? What is happening now? And this government told us that their main priority is agriculture. They have been singing it. And where is the agriculture now? No more food. A plate of gari, you can see the cost. Rice, you know where is rice becoming an exhibit. No, you can't even see to buy. If you see itself, if you even see, you cannot afford it. The price. Then what is happening? So I don't know where we are going. I don't know where Nigeria is going.
And what was your own take on Asari Dokubo?
Well, Asari Dokubo,
Because you happen to come from that region too, right?
yeah,
From the south side.
Yes. If I should look at Asari Dokubo is a game master in the sense that he has been playing Nigerians, and I will say what he's doing now will not help him. Rather, to join the force and get himself liberated. In the sense that if he gets himself liberated, he will live more bigger than what he thinks he's living now. They own the oil, and he is them giving peanuts. Something is in your house. They will come and take it and be paying you peanuts. And you are taking it and accepting it with faith. It's not done. It's not done. The best bet for him is to join the Biafrans and do the right thing.
Do the right thing.
Do the right thing. Because we are seeing it. We are seeing him as he has been brainwashed by the Nigerians to sabotage the effort of what Nnamdi Kanu is doing. To sabotage the effort of what Nnamdi Kanu is doing. But he should understand that Nnamdi Kanu has gone far. He should understand that Nnamdi Kanu has gone far. Met where is Azari operating from? It is the condition that Nnamdi Kanu will give to him that he will operate on. And the earlier the better for him for him to ally under the authority of Nnamdi Kanu, then he will excel. It's better for him. Forget about this peanut that is collecting from Nigerian government to destabilize his effort. He has gone far and no more going back.
All right, thank you so much, Authentic. Very brilliant from you. Very brilliant.
I handing it to the Biafran, even in diaspora. Remember, we have a home. Prepare and pray to God that one day God will make us and we will be liberated.
All right, thank you so much, Authentic General.
Wow, that's good. Well spoken, well spoken.
That was a very brilliant.
Very good contribution. If Asari align with Nand, the earlier the better. He must be operating under alliance.
Under his authority.
Authority, yes. Alliance with IPOB. The earlier the better. Yes, it's a good contribution. I was telling people last week, this week, stop panicking about Asari Dokubo's involvement in the agitation. It's the normal thing. Any agitation, factions must emerge. Thank you, spring up. During the time of Samuel Doe, Liberia, let me call it emancipation of Liberian people from the hand grip, dictatorship of Samuel Doe. You can see there must be something like this. It's not going to stop Biafra from emancipation. Emancipation of the Igbos. Asari Dokubo is doing the right thing.
Some Nigerians see Asari Dokubo
as a threat, a sabotage.
A threat, and some even believe federal government must have instigated this emergence. Do you see it that way?
I see it that way, but I'm seeing it at another angle too. Because let me tell you, Michael, who is Asari Dokubo? He's an Igbo man that is, a styled Alhaji. Do you understand? Alhaji Uzochukwu Edi Abale from Uzakoli, Abia State, the same Abia from where Nnamdi Kanu comes from. I don't see him as a threat. See, if it is a threat, he's trying to extort from federal government. He wants to eat more. The money they have given him has finished. Asari Dokubo needs more money from them. I'm telling you the truth. How could you think that those two brothers, he will be fighting his brother? Nnamdi Kanu, he betrayed Nnamdi Kanu sometimes ago. The indigenous people of Biafra, he rejected that money. So Asari Dokubo has read something about that guy. He has seen something in him. He has seen his potentials. Nnamdi Kanu is a human destruction machine. He's a bribery destruction, corruption destruction machine. Somebody that has rejected bribe, billions, oil wells in this country. He's a special person. The earlier the better for Asari Dokubo to align with IPOB in this cause of emancipation of Biafran people. I'm telling you, that's my only advice to him.
Away from that, we have our food prices, on Nigerians, despite the fact that Mr. viable economy and all these things, we are yet to experience a new dawn.
Yeah.
Government. And when you look at it again, I promise that it's capable. He has promised that they will fish out criminals, insurgents, and make sure justice is done.
Thank you, Michael. I thank you so much. I don't want to talk much on this food crisis of 18 because we know that the bane of food crisis, skyrocketing of food prices, is increase on fuel price. The regulation they were fighting Jonathan for. The regulation, it is what they are doing now. What they fought against in 2011 is what they are doing now. That is a bad governance, bad ideology of what? Approach to a very, very difficult situation. Imbibed, bought over by APC. APC is buying this wrong ideology. Anything that is bad is what they are supporting. They don't support good things. Why must he increase pump price? Was that not what he fought for in 2011? When oil subsidy surfaced, much argument was made then. I think you understand. They fought it, they are now doing it. Who are they? Who do they think they are? If petrol price increases, do you know what happened? It will affect all facets of life in Nigeria.
transportation, businesses, transactions on the streets. Akara woman will do what? Add money to his akara price. Thank you. Women that went to that women go because of transportation, everything will be affected. And what is the main feature? If you look at the characterization of transport, see, fuel is number one. If there's no fuel, you can't go on your vehicle, buses, air transport, it can't work if there is no aviation fuel or the increase in price ensues until 2024. What we are seeing now will never ever cease from being. It will never ever cease from being. Pray hard for yourself, pray hard for your business, pray hard for your family. Forget APC government until 2024. That is when we talk about food price. Fuel price is coming down. Maybe the person will be then, our president, will work hard on it. Don't rely on this president promises of like chameleon. Tomorrow we are going to do this, we are going to do that. It is getting worse and worse. Both food crisis and the rest of impasse going on within this country.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning.
We are talking about the prices of goods. The fuel price this time around, I think, has really affected businesses and food prices. Am I in the right direction?
Yeah, sure. You know, we said this yesterday. Like the multiplier effect of this fuel, right? But, you know, we said it that it's going to cost, especially with people that does not eat from the government pot, you know, pot of soup, you know. So what we say now is, you wake up one day and you jack up from 160 something to 200. Is that not a killer policy? Is that not a killing policy that you people are introducing? You say Nigerians, lifespan of Nigerian now, average lifespan of Nigerian is 50 something years now. You know why? What is causing all this thing is all this harsh policy the government is bringing, right? And I'm saying, you see, the fuel issue, there is problem with fuel in Nigeria. It will trigger a lot of, you know, effect on the food commodities, the transport, and all other things, the social commodities, actually, I'll say. Now, the government is not a thinking government. This government we have, they are not a thinking government. And it's not only this government, all the government, successive government we've been having, they put on this shit. Is it not a madness? It's not madness that is happening. You are largest producer of crude oil in the whole world, and you don't have any refinery that is functioning. I don't know. You have two in Niger Delta, you have two in Kaduna. None is working, and there has been people that they've been giving this contract to. We know them from the east, from the west, they are the contractors of this, what's it called, turnaround maintenance of these refineries. But who is suffering it? I think we need to think beyond Biafra, beyond Oduduwa, because if you get your Biafra today, if you get your Oduduwa today, you still have some bad people among your Biafra, among your Oduduwa. There are a lot of bad people in this Nigeria, and I'm telling you now, there are some people they give this contract to right from the onset, right from the advent of democracy in Nigeria. 1999, was it 1999 when democracy came in back? Now the policy has, and what are they turning around since? And billions upon billions have been released to maintain this refinery. We now thought no, you have to just, let's give it that way. We all spoil this country. Both Igbo, yes, both Igbo, both Yoruba, both Hausa, we all spoil this country. Let's give it on political issues. They are one. On political terrain, they are one. But on the down-rooted terrain, on the masses terrain, we are divided. They all spoil this country. because when it comes to the contract, they find their cronies that is loyal to them. Either is an Igbo man, either is a Yoruba man, either is an Hausa man. You see, that's why I think the bigotry among the masses there is getting out of hand. Because you look at, as if somebody is helping you, it's my person, it's my this thing. No, you won't even know that it's the one killing you indirectly. Look at the mess we are finding ourselves now. Food crisis, there's food crisis now because the food prices are skyrocketed, you know, as it is now. I got to market yesterday, I wanted to buy rice, you know, a pint of rice that used to, you know, they used to sell for 1,000 plus is now 2,300 per pint. Yes, where are we going? I go to market myself to see the, at times I'll think my wife is cheating me. So you know, it's true, man. I go to market myself because where's the liquidity? There's no cash. There's no cash. The little one you have, you pay, you buy for, you fill, you know, you equip your, what's it called? You fill your generator. The government are supposed to give you light. They've been sinking money on this NEPA every day. NEPA is not working. NEPA is just swallowing money. NEPA is not productive, not efficient. So the multiplier effect is where we are today, Mr. Mike.
All right, thank you so much for your contribution. All right, Lucky, before we go.
Good morning, thank you, man. Yes, I have told you to say, number one, I want to congratulate Asari Dukubo again. That I received batch yesterday, but thank God my word has been confirmed. IPOB have confirmed. Congratulate Asari Dukubo, which now they said it, my people who were arguing with me, they confirm it. So that means what I said is true. So you don't crucify me. Now the truth. Now is the truth now. Now they are telling me, and I ask them now, why you crucify me when I said the truth?
That was yesterday. Yes,
that was yesterday. So somebody called me, you are a foolish man. Why? Because I said, if there is vacuum, somebody has to take the mandate, which Asari Dukubo did. But now, the IPOB have congratulated him, confirming that, yeah, he did the right thing. So what are they saying? So that is it, Mr. Mike.
So which means you are in the right direction.
Yes, because one, we are one. Igbo, Hausa, Edo, everybody, we are one. We are together. After all, look at the people who are reviewing the newspaper here. You have Edos, you have Yoruba, you have Igbo. We are one. That is what I believe. If you like, kill me, put knife on my neck. We are one. We can't fight ourselves. That is it, Mr. Mike. Is there any topic?
Has Chigozie accepted your...
Yes, he accepted. Yes, Chigozie. Yes. Yesterday they were thanking him yesterday because they don't believe the truth. Some of these people in abroad, they don't believe the truth. They believe. You see, let me tell you, you don't keep siding your own side. Look another area. Now today they have congratulated Asari Dukubo that what he did is right. And that's what I said. That when there is vacuum, somebody have to take the mandate. After all, Asare and Kalo was together before. They do things together before. They eat together before something happens. So that's my own sake.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you. Please, is there another food? I have food crisis.
Okay, you can quickly go on.
Yes, thank you. My food crisis, my brother, we have never seen this kind of thing before. At all. During the Obasanjo time, how much was a bag of rice? During Yaradua time, how much was a bag of rice? This government, I criticize this government. If you are wrong, I criticize you. This government is a federal government. Buhari is not in charge. Osibanjo is not in charge. So this government is a failure. All I know is that Nigeria will work again when the youth took over and drove this old man out. We are working 2023. We are going to drop them out. But the youth, you don't just talking every day without action. This time around, let the youth get up so that we stop complaining.
Of this program, join us next time on this same platform. I remain Michael Adekula, and behind the camera is Michael Ojo. We really appreciate you, viewers. The reviewers also, I really appreciate you. You can subscribe to the sister channel Fliptv Plus. You can subscribe to Fliptv. You can join me on Facebook, Michael Temitayo Adekule, Michael Michael Temitayo Adekule. That's on Facebook, and on Instagram, Adekule Michael Temitayo. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.